Before we get started tonight, cheers to Kelly Dickey. We missed his last toast at the end of the night. Sorry, Kelly Dickey. Here goes the cheers to you, good sir. You're my guy. I remember what that. I remember that sound. I'm gonna do a speed shift. I'm gonna try to take in everybody's questions to get a vibe on what I need to answer. So get the questions and comments in. I'm gonna run through them pretty fast. Okay. My feelings hurt. Hi, Lauren. Hi, Jocelyn. Austin, what's good? Shit, I'll never catch up. Wipe your feet. Least you can do is wipe your feet. Hit the like button and wipe your feet, please, before we get going. Oh, I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to get ready. I'm gonna say some things. Gonna hurt some feelings tonight. Mm. Blame to go around. Blame to go Don't start that shit tonight. Just give me a couple seconds. Okay. Now, if we have problems, I'm just going to assume that the establishment is shutting me down. There is no way I should have this problem. You know what I was supposed to be doing today? I was supposed to be doing an unboxing. An unboxing after our first win. I'm not even going to take it slow. I was supposed to be doing an awesome unboxing, and it's terrible. I'll do this another time. We ain't got time for this tonight. Damn. Just came in the mail today, too. We were supposed to have a good old time tonight. I got it. Oh, God. Let me see. Oh. Where do you want to start? There is blame to go around. There is blame to go around. You want to blame the players? Yes, board meeting. I heard about it already. Blame to go around. Fabian, what you think that was? Yes, it's a new president. It is a new president. So blame to go around. Who do y'all want to blame first? Go KP or team. Who do you want to blame first? Because there's blame to go around. I'm going to address the blames of every single part. Listen, put either coach or team. Type in coach or team, and I'll tell you what to blame, or I'll tell you where the blame goes on each one. Tonight we're doing coach or team, because both of them get it. Both of them get it. This is pretty balanced. Which one do you want to talk about first? Was my question. Which one do you want to address? You want to address the coaching part of it, or you want to address the team part of it? Okay, the next 5. Okay. Plenty of going around. I want to break it down to what I think the shortest list is going to be, but I can't even decide which is going to be the shortest list. And please support the channel if y'all in here. Okay, this is how it starts. Actually, I'll let my brain go, and wherever it goes, it goes. This team looks for the easy route out. The team started blaming the coaching staff in the situation last year. They started feeling sorry for themselves. I see the same demeanor of just not being strong young men, not being strong young men. And I'm not talking about the Kenny Payne part of it. Y'all have to be stronger people. Y'all as young players, as young men, you have to be stronger than this. You have to be more physical, tougher than this. There is nothing, if you let a man take a basketball from you like that, there's nothing a coach can do. Well, there are things a coach can do, but we'll get to that part. These young men are looking for the first excuse to lose. And it breaks my heart to say a lot tonight that I'm going to say is going to hurt my feelings more than it's going to hurt the kids' feelings. Because it hurts me to say stuff like this. You young men are not being tough. You're not being tough. You're being losers. You're carrying loser effort. You're carrying loser effort. When Kenny Payne got here, I saw things that guys could do. Once Kenny Payne said, I'm going to start all over, not everybody, a lot of people lowered the bar. When Kenny Payne said, I'm not going to judge you based on last year, I'm not going to judge you based on what happened under the last coach, you know what everybody did? They said, oh, good. Oh, good. I'm a show coach that I can't run this hard. So Kenny Payne judged these kids raw, and he made a mistake right there. He didn't hold them accountable to the things they did well. He didn't bring in, okay, I can understand why he did that. He tried to give them a fresh slate, but the fresh slate was assuming y'all are going to give me the same effort you gave the last staff, or better effort that you gave the last staff. I can look that entire coaching staff right in the face, and now I can say they played harder before. You have lowered the bar on them and let them play. So it's like I use this example. I don't like to use this example. All of us if you had a friend, I used this example before. If you had a friend that had like a childhood, okay, let's say one of your schoolmates in high school, middle school, their house burned down or whatever, and everybody felt sorry for them. And then after a while, they started to almost enjoy the pity party, and they never recovered from being the town pity party person. Forever. 3 years later, oh, that's the girl whose house burnt down and blah, blah. So you become the girl whose house burnt down. So now you're acting out for the rest of your high school career, because every time you act up, the teachers give you a pass because your house burnt down. But in actuality, they raised some money and you got back on your feet and you lost some things. And yes, it was traumatic, but you start getting good at being the victim. You start to embrace the girl whose house burnt down. These kids are embracing the black cloud, the multiple coaches. They are starting to be victims of it. And their parents need to tell them. Their parents need to stop telling them, like their parents seen them play harder than this before. Each one of these kids on this team, their parents have seen them work harder on a basketball court. And any parent tonight that sits around and blames anybody else but their kid is not giving their kid accountability. Now, I'm not saying other people don't get blamed, but if you're the parent tonight, you're saying, I watched you play harder than that. I know you're not running as hard as you can. If Kenny Payne thinks you're running as hard as you can, then he's wrong, because I've seen you run harder than that. I can look at Jalen Withers, L. Ellis, Roosevelt Wheeler, JJ Traynor. I've seen you play better fucking defense than that in the fucking pack line. I've seen it with my own two eyes. He didn't know your bar, and all y'all lowered your bar on defense. You lowered your bar. L. Ellis, you would have never let somebody drive around you like they just did. But you know what you did today? You said, well, I'm too important to the team to get in any foul trouble. You can play defense without fouling. You can fucking move your feet without fouling. Okay, some coaching. Mike James gets the ball today. Mike James has got to handle the ball better. But here's how you help Mike James out. Mike James, when he has the ball and he needs to help bring the ball up the court, he doesn't have confidence. Mike James can get down low, protect the ball, and drive it up the sideline. L. Ellis can come get the ball from Mike James. If Mike James ducks his head and drives it up the sideline, gets the ball up the court, he's still a fucking guard. Mike James, you do not have confidence. You know how you get confidence? Fundamentals. Mike James, you get in triple threat position, you drive the ball up the court. If your man doesn't get in front of you, you stop at the free throw line. And you make them either stop you or L. Ellis comes and gets the ball. Y'all want to know why L. Ellis started going on one-on-one? L. Ellis started going one-on-one because the other guards were not coming to get the ball all the way. They were not busting it. But here's the thing, y'all. I listened to Kenny Payne teach him how to step over a guy. But what we need to be better at is the fundamental walk a guy into their body, reverse pivot, step over him, and then give L. Ellis a target. Give the guys a target. Get low, hold the ball, come to the ball. The fundamental footwork of these players is bad, and that's coaching. If you let them get away with cutting corners in the footwork part of it, everything else becomes impossible or becomes 10 times as difficult. Guy stands up straight. Y'all know I've been saying this for years. If a guy stands up straight on his back foot and the defense is all over him, that's fundamental. That's a fundamental problem. Y'all notice how Maryland players kept on poking the ball away. They're poking the ball because you're not fucking low, holding them off and getting a good target. That's why they're poking the ball. That's why y'all are uncomfortable with the ball. Triple threat position. Strong driving the ball up and jump stopping. That's very fundamental, and that is what we're not doing. Passing 10 times, they're not comfortable coming to get the ball in a triple threat position. They're not comfortable helping L. Ellis out and being confident and strong with the ball. Passing 10 times, we'll never get to passing 10 times until you get your fundamentals down. That's what we have to go back to. Lauren, you handle your business tonight. Listen, we're talking about real basketball tonight. We're talking about real stuff, not name calling. If I look down and I see it, if you're being extreme, you're getting out of here. L. Ellis is dribbling because the guys are just popping out, kind of half-hearted popping out, stepping over. No, walk your man down to the paint, up and out, or pop straight out. Listen, the body positioning, the lack of confidence because our body positioning. I mean, you don't let somebody put you on your back heel like this. You get low and you stay in attacking position. We're catching the ball and then moving our feet. No, you need to when you catch the ball, you need to already have a pivot, a triple threat pivot position. That's what I'm gonna listen. That's a coaching thing. We have to go back and spend more time on body positioning and passing, two-hand passes, coming to get the ball when somebody's in trouble, getting low, going shoulder to shoulder. At the beginning of the game defensively, we do not see man and ball like we should. Big picture. Until you start I understand Kenny Payne's trying to get them to play with confidence, but a lot of your confidence is going to come through your fundamentals. And your intensity is not going to pick up. If you let Jalen Withers get drove around like that multiple times and you leave him in that game, you are endorsing that behavior. You've obviously learned that yelling at him or patting him on the butt does not work. Bobby Nighttime. You got to pull him. You got to pull him for shit defensive possessions. You have to pull them. They haven't earned play through it. They do not play intense enough to play through a bunch of mistakes, effort mistakes, rebounding. Jalen Withers was damn near the half court when his shot goes up. Defense gets the rebound, they put it back up. He's dying to get to the offensive end. I can sit with Jalen Withers, and he may not know it, but we can watch the film. Son, what 6'9" kid is leaking out like you? If you're not under the free throw line, you're out here trying to fast break. That's lazy. That's lazy. And it's time for Kenny Payne to see that that's lazy. And you can't leave him in the game when he's leaking out on the rebounding plays. We were a more talented team than that Maryland team. I don't give a shit what anybody says. We are a more naturally talented team than that Maryland team. No, Tyler. L. Ellis is not the only person that can beat somebody off the dribble. But when you catch the ball standing straight up and then you get down and try to beat somebody off the dribble, if you don't catch the ball with a jab, If you don't catch the ball with a first jab step in a low attacking position, anybody can guard you. If you don't catch the ball in striking range, that's what we're not doing as a team. We're not even catching the ball in striking range. When Jalen Withers, who dribbled like, okay, when you play one-on-one, right? Once you're outside of the high school level, you play one-on-one. The max you play one-on-one with is 3 dribbles. Do y'all realize that? Like, I know a lot of people know this. The max you play one-on-one with is 3 dribbles when you play one-on-one in upper level AAU, college basketball, everything. You only play 3 dribble one-on-one because you're never going to dribble more than 3 times to get to the basket. So when you watch Jalen Withers dribble 3 and 4 times and looks like he's going to lose the ball every single time, or when he starts falling, you're like, that's not good fundamental posture. You're too high, Jalen. You're too high. Your base isn't wide. Your base isn't strong. You're dribbling in there. You don't have a plan of attack. If you come out to get the ball and the guy is denying you, you have to cut back door violently. You have to come get the ball violently. They're not cutting with fundamental aggression. They're not catching the ball in posture. No, Ellis is not the only person that can beat somebody off the dribble, but they can help these guys in their attacking posture. Nobody will disagree with what I'm saying. Yes, but listen, but there's a lot of fundamentals that should be in place by now. Yes, in basketball and life. Come get the ball. We are a team. You have to work as hard as the person that's in trouble. Listen, if you try to put it on one party or not, if you're trying to do a narrative, then that's not going to work. If you're just trying to say, oh, I didn't like Kenny Payne from the beginning, so blah, blah, blah. Oh, I didn't like this team. Listen, I'm not protecting the team. I'm not protecting the coaching staff. Tonight, we are talking about the problem, and if the problem is not addressed and fixed, this is the product you're going to see. You have to go back to fundamentals. Mike James, I can tell somebody told him that. When Mike James got a big bucket early in the first half, he got to the basket, got strong, jump stopped, and then went up strong. Mike James, 6'5", 6'6". He can get to the lane. If he gets low and strong, he can get to the lane. Jalen Withers, if he gets strong, he can get to the lane, he can rise up. Jalen Withers does not have to shoot fadeaways or Kevin Durant. It's level shots. But listen, I understand what you're saying, but you had the same problem with Chris Mack. Chris Mack couldn't get Jalen Withers to do it either. So you still got to get it back to, okay, Chris Mack said he was teaching Jalen this and this and that. If Jalen's not listening to Chris Mack or Mike Pegues or Kenny Payne, but he's given the least amount of effort for Kenny Payne, I mean, he's still got a fundamental issue. And he's still looking to be a victim. He's still not crashing the boards. He's still protecting his legs. You can blame the coaches and you can blame him on everything. And it's like, listen, the coaches may have saw some tape or something. I've watched every single game. I've been scouting our team for all these players for the last 3 years or however long they've been there every day. like I said, the clean slate thing, they lowered the bar. When I go in that practice, I can say, hey, coach, that guy's not giving you what he has. It's like I've seen him up close for 2 years. Coach, he is not giving you his best effort. You need to take him out of the game. He is not giving you his best effort. The blank slate, it's a good strategy and it's a bad strategy. Blank slate is a good strategy if you have highly motivated athletes. Blank slate is a bad strategy if you have kids that want to be victims. They're more in love with the victim thing than I don't mean this in a harsh way, but this is a harsh thing I'm going to say. Listen, and I'm sad to this day that I can't like, it's awkward with me and a certain kid, right? Because I called him out too much. Y'all, when I saw Malik over in that practice, and I'm like, y'all still hanging with Malik Williams? Y'all still yucking it up with Malik Williams? I understand you got to embrace everybody and everything. But just think about that. Kenny Payne and the coaching staff, they're embracing everything, but I don't know if they know the level of influence that Malik Williams had on the team last year. Hey, y'all, I was in practice. He's in there. They joking around, talking to each other. I'm like, and this is just my feeling. I don't think Malik is a healthy presence around the team. I could be wrong. People tell me, oh, Malik's good dude, great dude. Okay. My eyeballs in all the years of sports, I don't think he's a good influence. If it were my team and taking over, I would say, I would go back to the video of Malik throwing those coaches under the bus, and I would say a player that would throw his coach under the bus like he did Chris Mack, I don't want that player sitting around talking to my new team when I'm trying to establish a new attitude. It's a facts. Yeah, he let him off the hook too much preseason. I mean, just lack of secondary effort on the rebounds. It's like y'all want to run up the court on the offensive end. Whoever scores a couple of points doesn't get blamed. In the media, in social media, everybody's just trying to get a couple of points so they don't get blamed. Big time. Yeah, but okay. You have to continue to harp on the fundamentals. A one-handed pass, it might get through once or twice. It's going to come back and haunt you. Standing up straight when you got the ball, passing, standing straight up, it's gonna come back and haunt you. When the pressure's on, you can't make that pass standing up like that. But when things are going good, you have to say, stop. If you pass the ball like that again, you're coming out the game. That's not turning them into robots. Listen, the things I'm talking about, you can fucking watch LeBron James or Greek, any good player will do the exact same things I'm talking about. They will walk a man up the lane, they will reverse pivot, and they will give the guy a target to they will get down low. If these fucking NBA players can do it, you can fucking do it fundamentally. The NBA players have fundamentals like like well-coached 8th graders. NBA players have fundamentals like well-coached 8th graders. They do the little things. And listen, and if they stand straight up, they're setting you up. If they stand straight up, it's because they want you to come pressure them, and then they'll get in attack mode. But when NBA players get the basketball, they're down low with a pivot, with a first step ready to explode in triple threat position. NBA players, these kids they are not good enough to not be in triple threat position. They are not good enough to be low on defense, pointing at the man in the ball. They played better ball pressure, they played better defense before. I'm telling you, Coach Payne looked at these guys and thought, damn, y'all can't do nothing. It's because they sandbagged Coach Payne. It's like, Coach, they got you, man. They fucking got you. They got you with the sob stories. You lowered the bar on these kids with the sob story. They are more talented than that. And don't get me wrong, JJ playing with confidence, confidence make all the difference in the world. Couple of those guys, confidence, big thing. But if you don't get Kamari Lands in triple threat position, if Kamari Lands can't fight to get open and get the ball up the court, up the sideline of the court, you can't play for anybody. Tony Williams, Nate Johnson, Deion Edwards, Alex Sanders, like all these dudes, you can get the ball up the court with low fundamentals and hard dribbling. If somebody's close to you, they're in trouble. They should be in trouble. When Mike James was dribbling, he was uncomfortable with the ball. He was uncomfortable because his footwork is bad. When he's out at half court, Mike James, get the ball up the court. Stop at the free throw if they don't cut you off. When they do cut you off, L. Ellis, bust it to go get it. If the handoff is not there, you keep going around, and L. Ellis will be wide open going to the basket. When they full court pressed us, L. Ellis go there. This got to be a finish at the rim. This is a 3-on-2 situation. 3-on-2 situation. L. Ellis gets it there, pulls it right back out. Not making them pay. This stuff is rudimentary, y'all. You got to start cutting PT. You're encouraging bad habits by leaving. Listen, y'all, when we go back and look at the tape, when y'all see how Jalen Withers is just skipping on defense and everybody keeps running to their man, I feel bad for Mike James. He's working his ass off to get around these screens. Yeah, you let them. I won't say you let them. I know up close. I've seen effort. They can give a lot more effort than they've given. Look, Jesus Christ, Bigot, don't go too far now. Yeah, I'm not talking about the swag, but there's some confidence that comes from just disciplined basketball, disciplined stance, expectations of walking somebody down, reverse pivoting, and coming out and getting the ball in an explosive way. That's not a confidence thing. That's not a. You got to pull them. When the shot goes up, and we got two people at the basket and everybody else is going, and then they got one player and that one player gets the rebound and puts it back up and misses and gets his own rebound, get the fuck off the court. We see that, coach. We see you just let people play after that. We have to have a baseline standard. We have to have a baseline standard for what is unacceptable on the court. What kind of plays are unacceptable? Some of those plays are just unacceptable on a basketball court. Yeah, listen, it's not an ideal roster. It's not an ideal roster, but this is not an 0-7 roster. Hold on. This is not an 0-7 roster. Poor fundamentals. You can beat some of these teams with just good fundamentals. Low, walk your man down, then pop all the way out. Not just step over them. You know, like you have to, when somebody's denying, you have to throw them and cut back door strong. But listen, you can't do that if you're standing up straight. You can't make these sharp moves and sharp cuts if you're running to the ball and letting the guy grab on you, get his fucking hand off you. Come get the ball. If he put his hand on you, you fucking chop that hand off you and try to break his wrist. I shouldn't have said that. No, listen, they can help. The staff can help. No, listen, Nolan has to realize this team is not, they take breaks on defense. They take way too many breaks. Nolan has got to be the defensive coordinator. And I mean defensive coordinator like you got to constantly remind everybody where they should be. I know they want guys to learn how to play the game, but right now you're going to have to remind them about the position. Man and ball, stance, everybody stance. Throughout the play, stay in your fucking stance. You cannot stand straight up and chase somebody around. That's the same thing you did with Bellarmine. That has got to improve. If you can't stay in your stance, but 5 or 6 plays, you got to come out the game. Y'all are not in shape. If you can't stay in your stance and guard for 35 seconds, you're not in good enough shape to be on the floor. Yeah, listen. See, and now that's a 50-50 ball. I know KP expected their fundamentals to be better, but Jocelyn, I will say this. Every coach, every big-time coach, first thing they do when you get there, okay, y'all, we're doing left-hand layups today. We're doing right-hand layups today. We're doing jump stops today. We're doing walk-down reverse pivots today. We're doing backdoor cuts and passes today. You got to go back to grade school. And then you have to substitute them when they don't do what they're supposed to do. You have to substitute them when they're not doing what you ask them to do. Or they just figure, oh, if I get some points, coach will leave me alone. Oh, God. Which part? KRD card? I mean, you can say that about everything. You see. That's just such a that's just such a bad. Okay. Listen, Kentucky NASCAR. This is not at you, but that's a lazy take. That's a lazy take. 3 coaches try to teach the same thing. It's all 3 coaches' fault that a kid don't listen, but that's the best talent we got. Oh, God. I mean, I can tell the staff personally, you're not getting the full effort out of Sydney Curry, Jalen Withers, Sydney Curry and Jalen Withers. I know that for sure. You're not getting the same discipline out of L. Ellis. You're not getting the same defensive effort. That's what I'll say. You're not getting the same defensive discipline out of L. Ellis. I could be okay with that. No. It's not a locker room issue, club. Mm-mm. It's easy to assume, though, that motivated athletes, you don't have to teach them left hand and right hand layups again. You're baffled that they don't know how to shoot a left hand layup. They can't line their feet up to jump stop. You're baffled that they don't know a jump stop, and that would help them. Are y'all curious? Are y'all curious about that? No, they're talented enough to do much better in these games. Some things are not translating from practice to the game. I agree. Some of it is youth movement. Ross. Ross, what do you mean handle the ball? Everybody can get low and guard the ball and protect the ball. Everybody can, if you're full court pressing anybody on our team, there's maybe some 7-footers that don't have the capability at all. Everybody on this team outside of, like, Sydney Curry cannot handle the ball. Sydney Curry cannot handle the ball at all. If you full court press Brandon Huntley Hatfield and there's a big man guarding him, Brandon Huntley Hatfield he should be able to dribble 4 to 5 hard times and jump stop and be up the court. All those players, they can dribble. They don't have to dance with the basketball. And that's the problem. People like you that are saying handling ball, you think that's dancing with the basketball. But guys guarding you one-on-one, you got the full court to go to. You can dive your head and get the ball up the court and get there. You can dive the ball, get the ball up the court there. You can do that with 4 dribbles, but you got to get low and you got to get aggressive. Everybody can train to dribble the ball 4 times. That's not ball handling. That's fundamentals and confidence with the ball. You don't got to be able to go between your legs and go around the back to get a ball up court. 4 dribbles. You don't think those guys can dribble 4 times in a row and not get straight line 4 dribbles, maybe 1 move. If Kamari Lands can't do that, if JJ Traynor can't do that, if Devin Reed can't do that, if all those wings can't do that, Brandon Huntley Hatfield talking about he wants to be a wing in the league, a stretch 4. Jalen Withers, you think you can be a 3? And you think he can't get the ball up the floor? It's the fundamentals of the way he's getting the ball up the floor. Nobody has confidence because they're not safe. Fundamentals is safe. JJ's posture has to be lower. That's a theory. Yeah, but even when you ran the sets for Kamari, if Kamari's not low, he's not using the set the right way. You got to set your man up. Go get the ball right under the basket. They're not executing with base fundamentals. Wait till I open this. You play that Rambo music in the background. Doom, 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 doom. I got to catch up. I was so far behind. My God. Sorry, I didn't realize how far behind I was. That's not a knife. Man said that's a butter knife. No post gameplay. Can't power over everybody. You have to get low. You have to get low. You have to stay low. You have to move them with your butt. People are going to have to cut. Brandon Huntley Hatfield gets the ball. Hersey, cut through fast. Hersey, cut through fast. If the defense goes and helps out, cut through fast. If you don't get the ball, you don't get it. If they double, Brandon can make a retreat dribble and pass out of it. Now the defense is in trouble. We're not going to be able to feed the paint and just let Brandon stare at 5 guys defending him. No fast breaks, no steals, no dunks. Yes, Shannon. I got another life that y'all don't know about. Y'all look scared through the computer. Y'all look scared through the computer. No, Don. You're right. They are not scared they're not scared of letting down Kenny Payne. They're already victims. They're not scared of letting down Kenny Payne at all. I said I want the knife. Let him ask again. I want the knife. Please. Look, if y'all too young, if y'all don't get that joke and y'all too young, y'all probably shouldn't even be in here. I got the knife. Now turn on the guy. Like, look, I don't know if y'all get the joke or not. Underrated, super underrated flick. Shut up and paddle. Yeah, I'm a paddle. I'm gonna paddle his ass when I see him. Dude took my money. He said, hey, yeah, he said, no. That see, that was 100 you took. He said, hey, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna give you your shit, you give me my money. All right, you little slick son of a take it. They got to that temple. He said, that's the dude that took my money. We have come to ask you for the sacred dagger of Ajanti. For what reason? For the golden child. The child exists for our purposes, not for his own. To save his life. Let him ask it. I said, I want the knife. I love Fabio. I do. Oh, Jesus. Let him ask again. Mike, listen. Mike James. Listen. Brandon shows enough effort to where I still can leave him on the court. But he needs somebody riding his ass the entire time. Brandon goes in and out of confidence every second play. Fair enough. Yes, your brother knows it. Do you have any idea who I am? Why do you insist on mispronouncing my name? It's Gerald with a J. Yes, I know. Mr. Yaddle. Mike James, listen, I'm rolling with Mike James. I'm rolling with Kamari. They're giving it up. I'm rolling with Mike James. I'm rolling with Kamari. I'm rolling with Brandon. JJ is giving me enough. He's giving me enough to I'm confident. Rose got to get more clock too. Eddie Murphy said, I ain't going to no Tibet. Eddie Murphy said, why I gotta be the chosen one to go to Tibet? Why can't somebody choose me to go to the Bahamas or something? I gotta get chosen to go to Tibet. Yak Roin. It's good to eat the yang up. Ain't nothing wrong with my yang. You know what? This does kind of look like the Golden Child knife, doesn't it? Nah, that Golden Child knife was a lot bigger. Ain't nothing wrong with my yang. It's a survival kit. Band-Aid, flint to start a fire, marking pen, all kind of stuff. I guess this was a bad day for me to get a knife in the mail, huh? Y'all stop. Stop it, y'all. Don't be paying attention to me. Yeah, that's probably not the thing I should have gotten in the mail today. Oh, Lauren, that's for the backpack. You know, hey, hold on, y'all. Let's get one in here real quick. Hold on. Listen, anytime y'all run up on me, this is going to be in my book bag, okay? I'm always going to have my book. Y'all stop being scary. Y'all know I'm from Asheville, North Carolina. Do y'all know what the mountains are like in Asheville? Do you know? Shonda, it's just a little something. Yeah, I keep that thing on me. Look, some people when they say they keep that thing on me, I keep that thing on me. Guns are for show. Nice for a pro. I bet nobody knows what movie that's from. Somebody tell me where that movie's from. I'll cash out the first person $10. What movie is this line from? And don't look it up. Don't cheat. I'll cash out you $10 if you put your cash out right now and say, what movie is that from? He said, Guns for a Pro. Oh, no, Guns for Show. Knives for a Pro. If you know where that's from, put in your cash app and I will cash app you $10 right now. And don't type it in. Don't cheat. $10 right now. Nope. You got it. You got it. Listen, send me a request right now. Card and AL, send me a request right now to my cash app. Send me a request right now. I'll wait for it. Listen, send it to me so everybody know I was telling the truth. There's my cash app. Do you got cash app? Card and AL. Lock, stock, and 2 smoking barrels. Janetta, you know they ain't win. Card and AL. If you got cash app, I'm waiting on your request. Venmo, I'm waiting on your request. I don't get into PayPal too often. Shonda, it's such a funny movie. I really like the movie. Who am I thinking? What's the director's name? Was married to Madonna. What's his name? What's his name? The British director is married to Madonna. What's his name? What's that guy's name? God, I'm going blank. Guy Ritchie, thank you. Guy Ritchie, awesome movies. Snatch and Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels. They're very, very funny movies. Cards in AL, appreciate you. Okay, back to the seriousness, y'all. Back to the seriousness. Yes, things can be fixed. Jason, what you talking about? Sean Penn, no. Okay, listen. Yes, things can be fixed. Those players will not be confident until we go to fundamentals, stance, pivot, walking somebody down, reverse pivoting, sealing them, guards and centers. Walking someone down, reverse pivoting, sealing, and giving a guy a target. We should not have to run our offense on our back foot. Top secret. I kind of watched that. I didn't watch that all the way through. No. Don't start talking about next year. We need to see fundamental improvement this year. That's why I told Steve. Steve was talking about recruiting. I'm like, I don't want to talk about recruiting. Let's see how good we can be with good fundamental improvement. Concentrated fundamental improvement right now. Positive note is fundamentals are easy to teach, but here's the thing. Fundamentals is easy to tell somebody why. You can show them what to do and you can show them why. But the thing about fundamentals is the 10 pass shit, that you got to put that on the back burner. Fundamentals, triple threat position, low defensive stance, effort, those things you can teach in everyday practice. Mikasa can motivate them. Facts. You cannot win anything without fundamentals. Again, I think, listen, every coach has strengths and weaknesses. Every coach. Rick, Denny, every coach has great things and they have weak spots. I don't think fundamentals is a weak spot. I think he overestimated. Okay, he assumed these kids were going to play like they're trying to get to the league. No. Coach, they're not playing as hard. They showed you a wimpy version of themselves, and they like, listen, y'all, I went to practice. I know I know who's giving it up and who's not. I can see who's giving it up and who's not. I've been watching these kids for 3-4 years, 2-3-4 years. I know L. Ellis can play better defense than he did. Alicia. Okay, y'all, stay with me 10 more minutes. Stay with me 10 more minutes, and I'll send everybody off on a good note, guaranteed. Listen to this quick song. Give me 10 minutes of more show. It's not going to take 10 minutes. I don't mean 10 minutes like I'll be back in 10 minutes. I'll be back in 1 minute. But give me 10 more minutes of show. y'all. I'm on my way back. I started staring in the refrigerator, trying to figure out what my late night snack is going to be. I'm going insane because I'm like, Coach, you're being too nice to him. But how do you tell a coach who's been doing this so much longer than me, Coach, I don't know everything about everything, but I do know you're taking it too easy on these kids. I've seen them. Coach Payne, trust me, you're taking it too easy. I was talking to Poitras earlier. Coach, it's time for the demon. It's time for the demon, Coach Payne. They're throwing you under the bus. They are throwing you under the bus. You said KP at the door. Maybe I will go get another. I'm gonna get my onesie. Alicia, refill. Kudos to you, Alicia. Okay. Okay. I'll be as honest as possible. I am disappointed that our fundamentals are not as good as they should be. I heard some fundamentals being talked about, but we need to go back to stressing these fundamentals on every single play. I'm very disappointed in the energy and the focus that Jalen Withers does not have. I'm extremely disappointed in Sidney Curry. L. Ellis, he means well, but L. Ellis does not trust his teammates, and he is not playing against the sport. L. Ellis wants the ball out of control in a good way, but it's hurting the team. When we're on the run, the bad shots L. Ellis takes, we lose. Denny Crum told me that too. So that's why I know what L. Ellis is going through. When I had bad teams, I took bad shots. And when I take a bad shot, Coach Crum would tell me, like, this is truth. If it's a tie game and I shot a bad shot, and then another person, shot a bad shot, another person shot a bad shot, and now it's a tie game. Now we're down 8 because of 3 bad shots. When I was a kid, Coach Crum used to say, Marcus, those 8 points are your fault. And I would say, Coach, I wouldn't say this, but in my brain, I was like, Coach, that's fucking stupid. I thought Coach Crum was picking on me. When I shot a bad shot and Coach Crum would say, the last 8 points are your fault, I thought he was picking on me. But what he was telling me is, Marcus, you just made it okay to shoot a bad shot. So guess what? When Tony Williams shoots a bad shot, it's because you made it okay. When Nate Johnson takes a bad shot, it's because you made it okay. When Alex or Dion or anybody else takes another bad shot and we got to call a timeout, it was because of your bad shot that everybody else felt it was okay to take a bad shot. That did not register to me. It's not registering to L. Ellis. That bad shot leads to 5 bad shots. I understand why L. Ellis doesn't understand that. That's a hard concept to understand. But there's a lot of people who don't understand that. You made it okay. If you're the leader of your household and you do something and everybody else starts doing it, it's because you made it okay. You want to say, oh, it's not my fault they did that. I want to be held accountable for my mistake and my mistake only. No, you're the point guard. You're the elder statesman. You're the scorer. You're one of the leaders of the team. Your bad choice leads to other bad choices in your family, in your household, in your relationships. Like y'all see how big picture that is? But when you start getting L. Ellis passing up the hero shot, when you go to practice and you make everybody jump stop, when you make everybody walk their man down and reverse pivot, these are things that you can turn into a new team in 5 days. Listen, I'm okay with Kenny Payne not snatching people out of the game early. Game 7, they got to come out. Lack of effort plays like that, leaking out to go try to get a fast break. You're coming out the game now. I understand why he wants to let people play through it and say, hey, hell, get in there and rebound. Because Kenny Payne can say, hey, get in there and rebound on every shot. And if he doesn't do it, you can say, hey, I'm telling you. But game 7, fundamentals and playing time discipline. Again, Nolan Smith, I advise you, go sit at the end of the bench and you work them on the defensive end. You work them during the games. Be far enough away that you're not overshouting KP, and you go down there and you talk to him. Man and ball, stance, the entire time. Nolan Smith, Reese Gaines, tell coach, I'm responsible for keeping them in a stance. Reese Gaines, go tell KP I can help somewhere if he's not doing stats or charting. If you're not charting, a coach needs to be constantly down there reminding people, man and ball, getting your stance. Fear of screwing up. Yeah, Adam. But here's the problem. It has been coached, but it hasn't been emphasized to the level of perfection. So yeah, like we might have went over it, Okay, you do it good. And y'all do it right in practice most of the time. But when you mess it up sometimes, they might not harp on it as much. But it's like, nah, you got to go back to harping. Listen, if you're just trying to blame the coach on every single thing, it's not going to work here. It doesn't work like that. Better start at point on Sunday. What time's the game Sunday? I'm there. No, listen. Okay. The story I told you is when I say what Coach Crum said, it didn't make sense to me. Sometimes I listened, sometimes I didn't. I wasn't uncoachable. It's just you got to find the line of being confident that you can do it your way and coach is right. A bad shot takes time to learn the effect of a bad shot. Ellis, it takes time to learn that it's a bad shot. This is their first year of even listening to KP. So, like, you hope they learn that stuff better. There are some things that you can take a kid out for. What do you mean winners? Takes more time to trust the coach. Yep. It does take more time to trust the coach, but the coach has to be kind of bold to say my way is right, not just with the system, but with the kids. Hey, my way is right. You're not doing it my way. Like, again, nothing extreme. Jalen Withers, shot goes up. If I see you get boxed out and you don't make an effort to get around somebody, you got to come out the game. You have to come out the game. Now, I might put you in there 2 minutes later, but you have to come out the game because I have to teach you and remind you that effort on a rebound has to be every single play. Again, I'm not making Kenny Payne a perfect coach. I'm not making him a bad coach. I'm showing spots to emphasize and spots he's doing a great job. He's doing a great job of getting Kamari's confidence, getting JJ's confidence. Add the fundamental pieces to the confidence that you're gaining. All right, Jocelyn, I'll check it out. I'm just listen. They hear what KP is preaching, but if he doesn't punish him, if he doesn't put him on a bench, if he doesn't put him on a treadmill, if he doesn't run him harder, it's going one ear out the other. Some people listen, some people aren't. Yeah, Kelly Dickey. They don't even want to talk bad about the program. They look, if you don't have nothing to say, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. To me, it's not the record. To me, it's the fundamental part. Kelly Dickey has spoken. Kelly, you probably were too busy. You're a busy person, but I did give you my cheers at the beginning of the show. One more cheers for Kelly Dickey if everybody's still up. And hit the like button, people, while y'all in here. Yeah, so the coaching staff, I will pin offense and defensive stance on them, and offense and defensive stance, posture, and going to the boards. Offensive and defensive rebound effort. I mean, those are without a doubt. I'm not blaming the kids. Listen, if you don't make that a standard, if you don't make rebounding a standard, if you don't make standing up, like staying down in your stance on defense or offense, if you don't make that a standard, you're not going to get it. No basketball player will do that on their own if you don't make it a standard. I mean, you might every once in a while, you might get a Jared West to transfer in who really likes to play defense. Hersey Miller likes to play defense. But if that's not your team standard, no player is going to do that on their own. Because these players are definitely taking the easy route. They lowered, but I seen Sydney run. Sydney is sandbagging. Jalen Withers should not be standing up. He should not be falling. He should not be stumbling. I could tell Jalen Withers tried to stay up on his feet a couple times. I will say that. Some of this message is getting to him. Because I could tell he tried to stand up a couple times. I saw it with my own two eyes. So Jalen Withers, I want you to know I'm giving you a hard time. I did see you trying to stay on your feet more. But I'm not going to pat your bottom for that. You shouldn't be fucking falling all the time. But I did see him make an effort to try to stay on his feet more. And that's what I want to pass along to y'all. They're trying to be good kids, but they have some bad habits. And they have some bad mentality habits. Who's the coach on the staff that is the Army drill instructor? It's going to have to be Nolan. Because Kenny Payne's going to need either a good cop or a bad cop. Yeah, I thought I knew it all too, though. But you keep putting me on the bench, and I learned that I'm going to have to go through the coach. Who was our enforcer on the coaching staff? Good cop, bad cop roles. Davenport. Scotty Davenport. Y'all realize Davenport coached me. Coach Crum was a good cop. I don't know. Sometimes he might have been a bad cop to me. Davenport was the fucking, what's it called? What is it? Davenport was, what is it? Oh, I'm losing all my thoughts tonight. Davenport was Gestapo. Is that what you call it? Davenport was the savage coach. But Davenport did do the scouting and the film sessions too a lot. So he wasn't completely savage, but he was probably the most savage. Scooter McCray and Eves were the swag coaches. Scooter McCray, Jerry Eves were swag coaches. Vince Taylor was kind of he was a basketball mind. He was the simplicity coach. Rafferty was the simplicity coach. One time when Rafferty was a new coach, I pulled up in the circle by the sack, right? I was driving a coach that wasn't, I was driving a truck that was not mine, right? And I pulled up on Coach Rafferty. I don't think he had been here that long. And I pulled up and I was like, "What up, Coach?" I was driving a big ass Excursion, a Navigator. I was driving this big ass Navigator, right? It wasn't mine. Don't ask no questions. So I pulled up on Coach and he said, he looked at the truck. He said, "You better be a damn good basketball player." Yo, hey, my coach looked at me and said, the new assistant coach just knew that was a what do you call it? That was an extra benefit. And he looked at me and he looked at this truck, y'all, and it was all big and black and shiny. He said, "You better be a damn good basketball player." Oh, I can't think of Eves ever again without. See, he was on Coach Crum's staff, and y'all remember he left Coach Crum's staff to go be on the bench for the Charlotte Hornets. I was so pissed off at him too when he left here, because he used to work with me like one-on-one, and the minute he got that pro job, he was gone. I'm not punting on the team at all. We got to get back to running, executing simple fundamentals. Hey, if somebody presses you too tight, you got to go around them and jump stop in the lane and pump fake. And if they jump, you crash into them. The next person, y'all got to move to come get the ball. Nobody wants to have to dribble to get a shot off. Nobody wants to have to come get the ball to get a shot off. Everybody's waiting for L. Ellis to set them up for a shot. It's not going to happen. That's why L. Ellis starts going one-on-one with a pick and roll. Because if you don't come to the ball and you don't come to the ball, guess what I'm going to do? I'm gonna go around this guy and go to the basket. I'm gonna run a pick and roll. Else has to do a better job of attacking the pick and roll too. Like you don't have to go to the basket off the pick and roll. Get your man off you. Make him recover. Make them help. Draw the, pump fake, bounce pass. You don't have to jump in the air and you don't have to get an assist out of the play. Get the ball to somebody in the good. But y'all got to come get the ball. Mike, you got to be comfortable coming to get the ball. Like Mike, JJ's getting better at it. Kamari's getting better at it. You got to come get the ball with force and commitment. Because sometimes you got to come get the ball knowing you're not going to get a shot. Everybody wants to get a shot. Ellis is not going to sit. He can't sit around and set everybody up for a shot. You got to come get the ball, get in triple threat. You got to come get the ball, catch it in triple threat position, swing. Even if you just move the ball, pump fake it. Make the defense jump. Make a move. Somebody cuts back door. Aggression. Yeah. These kids need constant. They need constant full court press. Yeah, listen, this team can win some games. This team can win some games. We get better on fundamentals. This team's going to win some games. We got a late start, but you'll see a big improvement with a focus on triple threat, triple threat, offense, defense, substitution on mistakes. More substitutions on mistakes. Like I said, every player has to have about 2 rules. Coach Crum hated when I didn't rebound. So that was like a license to pull me out the game all the time. Using the backboard. Everybody had a couple rules. Better passing comes with guys coming to the ball. Better passing comes with guys setting their man up, walking them down, reverse pivoting, sealing, and coming out to get the ball at a tight angle. That's where you eliminate turnovers. Offensive stance is where you eliminate turnovers. Powerful base is where you eliminate turnovers. Of course we will. Okay, what do you mean turn it around? You don't think they can start playing better basketball towards the end of the year with improved fundamentals? Yeah, of course. Because when other teams put full pressure on them, they're not locked in their fundamentals. They're trying to run the play without the fundamental part. Yeah, I'll be grumpy till we do too, so I agree with you. That's pretty funny. I'm going to do the same thing. ACC starting games. Hey, please hit that like button on the way out the door. 10 o'clock tomorrow. I'm going to be coffeeed up in the morning. I'm going to sleep on it tonight. Oh, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Facebook, because I'll probably do a game watch or a game review and show y'all exactly what I'm talking about during the game. I'll show you the step around so y'all can pass it along. You can sound smart when you're talking to everybody. You can just know for your own personality. This is where I get my optimism from when I see things that can be fixed easily. Enjoy yourself. Sorry I kept you up so